Hey y'all, welcome to Night Combos. It's Lovey here. Hubby's downstairs cooking supper, so it's just Lovey again. We've had some stuff going on in our everyday life that we're going to share with y'all. We're excited to share with y'all and stuff that has kind of caused it to be where hubby's not in every single video, not to mention work schedules and stuff too. So we still hope y'all enjoy this video. But regardless, welcome to Night Combos. And thank you so much to all of our subscribers and all of our new subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing and joining our family and channel. We truly appreciate every single one of you. Welcome. We're like 30 subscribers away from reaching hubby's goal of 3,700 subscribers by the end of the month. And we just know we can do it, y'all. So help us out with that. We can do it. We can meet hubby's goal at least. But hopefully we'll meet my goal because we're just going to make hubby do something special. So help us reach the goal of 3,725, which is my goal. Either way, whether we do or not, we still appreciate all of you so very much. And if you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos, all of the things, and we would greatly appreciate it so very much. But y'all, I'm about to show y'all an article that we came across that, of course, People magazine put out, that, you know, because the mainstream media won't ask any hard questions or put any like actual facts out in the news. So we have to do it, right? So we're going to look at just a little piece of one of the FOIAs because there's 400 and something pages of them. Again, thank you so much to our really good friend that sent those to us. We truly appreciate that. You know who you are. We are so grateful for that. But y'all, we're going to start making videos from the FOIAs. But tonight we were going to show y'all, or I'm going to show y'all a piece of one of the FOIAs that just kind of cements it in even more what kind of person Gypsy is. I'm going to be showing y'all a clip and then going over this article and stuff as well. The part of the FOIA, though, that we're going to show y'all, or then I'm going to show y'all. I'm used to saying we, y'all, and hubby's downstairs, so I apologize. But anyway, the part of the FOIA that I'm going to show y'all has to do with Gypsy's character, Damona. And don't forget, she wasn't like Nicholas or Nick. She knew what she was doing this whole time, manipulating Nick. And remember, Gypsy's character, Damona, had always told Nick the only two people that Damona or Gypsy portraying Damona said that she could schmill, or we'll say skill, said that she could skill anybody. Just take the S off of that word, y'all know what I'm saying. But that she could skill anyone other than her mom and Nick. This was all leading up to part of the manipulation of her using Nick to unalive Dee Dee. And also, we've seen a lot of y'all's comments, some of y'all being confused about it, some of y'all just simply having conversation about it and stuff like that, which we absolutely loved and appreciate. We truly love seeing y'all's comments and conversations between each other and with us and everything in the comment section about different topics from the videos that we make. But we've seen a lot of comments about this certain topic in our last video about Gypsy's engagement ring. So I want to show y'all something from that. So let's jump into this. But Ken, you are Gypsy's new obsession. Not even her daughter is her obsession. You are her obsession. And her character, Demona, is sneaking up behind you, so you might want to watch out there, Kenny boy. Okay, so just real quick, this was one of the screenshots from the last episode that we were showing y'all with Gypsy's possible engagement ring. She's also wearing a wedding band with it. It's really weird, but a lot of y'all thought that this was the ring from when she got out of prison, the ring that Ryan gave her, whose mom gave to him to give to Gypsy, which was very special. But of course, Gypsy didn't care about it, and she didn't think it was special. You know, she didn't take it as anything symbolic or special, which we'll get into in just a second. But y'all look at this, like, ring shape and type, and it's kind of got, like, an infinity band, you know, coming from the diamond, which we've seen a lot of y'all say that it's probably silver or something. It could be like silver, yellow, gold plated or something like that, and not a real diamond. It could be cubic zirconia. The diamond doesn't look very clear on it and all that. And then some of y'all said that she could have bought it for herself, being embarrassed, you know, having another man's child while still married and very recently separated from her husband. So, and it could be that. It could have been that situation. But a lot of y'all pointed out her nose, which we didn't realize. But yes, this was before her nose surgery, because you can see that, like, hook shape in it before it starts coming down right there. So, yes, this was before her rhinoplasty that she had done. But it was also right after she left Ryan, when she was going to Peppermint Sage, you know, to get her teeth redone from being in prison and having those silver caps. Y'all, if y'all remember, she left prison with the denture, but she still had a lot of those silver caps on her teeth. So she had went and got her teeth redone to get rid of those silver caps shortly after separating from Ryan. And y'all know she immediately got pregnant after separating from Ryan. And then she also went back to this place, which is literally, y'all, 5 minutes away from where Ryan lives, which I think is just so messed up, because she went back there in October, on October 21st to be exact, when she was posting a picture from this dental clinic where she was getting her top teeth done, or top denture done, and a bridge done on the bottom or something like that. But she was getting her teeth done again for free from them, and getting them what Gypsy calls Hollywood white. But anyway, she got them redone again, and by then she had had her rhinoplasty and all of that. But take a close look at this ring versus the one I'm about to show y'all. So this is her and Ryan, and the ring that he gave her, again, that belonged to his mom, that his mom gave him to give to Gypsy. And as soon as she hopped in that car from leaving prison, she wanted her ring. She said, where's my ring? She wanted her ring immediately and wanted to immediately put it on her finger, y'all. Not because she had any attachment to Ryan. I think it was literally just because she wanted to have something to show off, literally. This is the ring close up. And y'all can see, like, this was probably a very special ring that Ryan's dad gave to his mom or something like that, because if you look at it closely, you can kind of see, like, where it was a solitaire, like a round solitaire diamond with just a regular band on it, a regular yellow gold band on it, and then maybe either when they got married or maybe later on for an anniversary, something like that. You can tell that he had what's called a jacket put on the ring, like soldered all together. and had it all soldered together into one ring. But like these pieces up at the top and this piece at the bottom is something that you add on at the top of the engagement ring and at the bottom of the engagement ring to make it, like one full ring. So this is the ring that Ryan gave her, though. So we just wanted to clarify that for y'all so y'all would know, because the show did kind of show a past clip of her checking out her teeth when she was first getting the silver caps redone versus when she got the whole denture redone in October of this past year. But this is the ring Ryan gave her. And then again, this is the ring she was wearing right after she left Ryan, right before her rhinoplasty, when she was holding the mirror, and y'all can see her fingers in her mouth. She's checking out her teeth here, and y'all can see this is very much a different ring. So what are y'all's thoughts on that? Do y'all think that Ken gave her maybe a promise ring, whether it was fake or real? Yeah, I mean, if he gave her a fake promise ring or a fake engagement ring, that's pretty sad. But anyway, that's just my opinion on it, because that's just messed up. But y'all can see it's two different rings. So what are y'all's thoughts on it? Or do y'all think this was a very quick clip that literally lasted like 1 second in the episode this past Monday, that Lifetime kind of dropped in as an Easter egg to get people talking? Or do y'all think that it's something Gypsy bought for herself still, because maybe she was embarrassed about being pregnant by another man right after leaving her husband? Let us know what y'all think in the comment section down below. Leave y'all's thoughts and opinions. We'll be conversating with y'all like always. Okay, y'all, so this is a shorter article, but we wanted to show it to y'all and then get y'all's thoughts on it. But in the middle of it, I'm going to show y'all a little clip and then read the rest of it, and also show y'all the comments. Y'all can see right here there's 5 comments that people left on this People magazine article, and we want y'all's thoughts on it. And again, so we can conversate with y'all in the comment section down below. But they are still going to therapy, y'all, as of March of this year, when they literally started couples therapy last year. In around March, to be exact, I believe. Why did they have to jump into couples therapy as soon as they started dating again? Like, that shows red flags all over the place. But we've, done videos for red flags for Ken to watch out for with Gypsy. But whatever, whether he does or not, it's none of our business. So, if he wants to continue to play with this situation or whatever for the money, then, and something backfires, then that's on him. But it says Gypsy Rose Blanchard and boyfriend Ken Urker open up about attending couples therapy to improve relationship. Gypsy Rose Blanchard shares with People exclusively how couples therapy has helped her relationship with Ken Urker after the pair became parents in December. Well, actually, they started therapy way before they became parents, allegedly in December. We still think that she gave birth probably around the beginning, possibly end of November, but somewhere in November. Because, y'all, that baby looks to be like it's at least around 4 months old. And y'all can let us know what y'all think. We posted the live where she showed the baby's face and all of that. If y'all haven't seen that, y'all can go and watch it. We'll also link the previous video we done about the ring at the top of this description box for those of you who haven't seen it, so y'all will know what I was talking about at the beginning of this video. But the article goes on to say, for those of you who may not be able to see it, Gypsy Rose Blanchard is opening up about her relationship with Ken Urker in their first joint interview since getting back together. Blanchard and Urker sat down with People to discuss Season 2 of Gypsy Rose Life After Lockup. The reality star, 33, reveals the two are still navigating their relationship and are currently in couples therapy, which she says has been helpful. Which there's nothing wrong with therapy. Therapy is great. It can be a great tool for many different things, for everything pretty much. But it's not a good sign when you have to jump into therapy literally as soon as you start dating someone because you're jealous of their ex girlfriend from years ago. So Gypsy says, I like it because it gives an unbiased opinion, she explains, because you don't want to go to your family all the time to talk about the bad stuff. You never want to have an apology going. Oh, I think dot dot dot. You don't want their opinions to be changed or affected or a bias or anything. Let us know what y'all think about that. Like, we do agree to a certain extent. No, you shouldn't go to your family bashing your spouse or your partner all the time, telling them all these bad things or about every argument, because one, you should be able to talk those things out. I know, like, for hubby and I anyway, if we disagree on something, we'll come to each other and say, okay, well, what, what do you have a problem with about this situation? Or he'll ask me, like, what do I have a problem with about this situation? And we're able to just simply talk and tell each other, and just be real and tell each other, well, I feel this way, or hubby will say, I feel like this, and we come to a compromise. But no, you don't want to go to your family like that, because you don't want your family to be biased and think, oh my gosh, your partner is horrible. You know what I mean? But at the same time, hubby and I, like, hubby will literally go to mama, or I say mama because we both call her mama, but like to my mom and talk to her about me. But, I will also go to her and talk to her about hubby sometimes. Like, nothing bad or anything, but like, he'll go to her and, just talk to her. You know what I'm saying? Like, which, in our opinions, we think is a good thing that we can, go and talk to her about certain things. But that's us. That doesn't work for every relationship, for every family, and we get that. But what are y'all's opinions on it? But Gypsy goes on to say, so it's nice for us to have someone in the middle. They can see my side, they can see his side, and give us an honest opinion about where we should go and how we could improve. Then the interviewer from People Magazine has in here, when asked if she sees herself being with Urker, with whom she shares 2-month-old daughter Aurora. 2-month, y'all. She's trying to say, her and Ken both are trying to say that this baby is 2 months old, almost 3, so 2.5 months old at this point. And in our opinions, there is just no way, especially if she gave birth allegedly a month early. But we'll get into that in just a second. But she says, when asked if she sees herself being with Urker, with whom she shares 2-month-old daughter Aurora forever, Blanchard replies, absolutely. I've always felt that way about him, she gushes. Although they met when Blanchard was incarcerated for her role in the 2016 murder of her 48-year-old mother, Dee Dee Blanchard, she says their feelings about one another haven't changed since dating in the real world. And sorry, y'all, that is just weird if Ken's feelings have not changed, especially with everything that's coming out in these FOIAs. And we know y'all are listening. We know y'all are, because y'all are in our comments, and y'all have also posted, y'all also had one of your minions post stuff about hubby and I, which we are going to show y'all and share with y'all as well, just to, straighten some things out and make it clear that the thing we talked to y'all about that we took to the authorities. We'll do that in a separate video. Anyway, we just feel like, what is his family thinking with these FOIAs coming out? Like, he himself should be thinking differently of Gypsy. But if he's not going to, what does his family think about her with these FOIAs coming out? And we're not talking about just the whole toothbrush incident. We're talking about the whole situation. She's always been able to put out her own narrative, and that's all there's ever been factual proof of. Now, there's factual proof that completely disseminates her narrative, it completely makes her narrative just, it blows it out of the water, so to speak. But the article goes on to say, you get to know someone a lot better, she notes, of living under the same roof. Because when we first met, we were both young. We were in our mid-20s, so we grew up. Learning each other is almost like dating a new partner, but then it's the old partner too. So she's trying to say that she's dating like the old Ken and the new Ken as well, and they both grew up together. No, y'all didn't. Y'all didn't grow up and grow up together, most definitely, because you were in prison. So you still haven't grown up since being out of prison, Gypsy. Her saying, you get to know someone a lot better, she notes, of living under the same roof. Does that mean that she's living with Ken now? Because that would be against her parole. But she also said on this past Monday's episode that she can tell her parole officer that she doesn't feel safe at Daddy Rod and Christy's house, so he lets her go to Ken's house. So what are y'all's thoughts on that? And then the article says that Gypsy adds, it just gives you more questions to ask, like, hey, I get to know you on a whole broader spectrum now, whereas before I was limited. We only had phone calls and a visit every couple months. Y'all take a look at this, though. So this was Ken when they first got back together right after she left Ryan, literally right after she left Ryan, and they went public with it. We still believe that she was already in cahoots with Ken and seeing him on the side and all of that way before she even left Ryan. Probably back in February is when she started truly seeing Ken. But look at Ken here when they came out publicly as back together. Versus here, which is from a picture from their baby shower, which was in November. Look at the dark circles under his eyes, the bags and wrinkles and stuff under his eyes, how much his hair has gotten thinner. And by no means am I trying to be mean or make fun of or anything like that. I'm just saying, don't y'all think she has brought him down? And also, it was rumored by his family, and family reached out to creators, not all creators, but some creators, and said that he was so stressed out over her getting pregnant that he turned to drinking and drugs and all of that. So, what are y'all's thoughts on that? Look at this. This was at their baby shower this past November versus him last spring, back in March of last year. And in just those several months, you can't see under his eyes here, but still, the color of his skin is better. His hair is darker. It's thicker here. All of that. And then you have this picture of him from just a few days ago when they went to the Irish-Italian festival, parade with Parker and the baby. And again, he just looks like he has gone downhill. And that's just our opinion. Again, we're not trying to make fun of him, be mean, or anything like that. What are y'all's thoughts on it, though? And yeah, she is wearing a skirt here. This is from their Instagram page. She's wearing a skirt here. She's wearing a different outfit here because when y'all seen the picture that we showed y'all of them when they were on that ride together and the baby was nowhere near or nowhere to be seen or anything, that was from a festival that they went to together. So what's up with that, y'all? And then the article ends by saying Blanchard and Urker began talking as pen pals, with Urker writing to Gypsy after watching HBO's 2017 film Mommy, DEAD and Dearest, which chronicled the abuse she endured at Dee Dee's hands. Remember, this was a fictional movie. It was not real. Because we all know she really didn't get abused by Dee Dee. Matter of fact, it was the other way around, really. It says they got engaged in 2018, but later cut things off. Actually, Ken broke up with her and started dating his ex-girlfriend, with the whole hairbrush incident. And Blanchard went on to marry Ryan Anderson, with whom she lived after her December 2023 release. So she went on to marry Ryan. Okay, I'm going to show y'all a clip and then show y'all the FOIA, the part of the FOIA that I was telling y'all about. But I'm just going to go ahead and finish the ending of this article real quick first. In the spring of 2024, however, Blanchard divorced Anderson and rekindled her romance with Urker, and they announced their pregnancy a few months later, July 2024. Now looking toward the future, Blanchard says they plan to continue working on their relationship as they enjoy parenthood. I really just hope we continue to have an open communication, she shares. I hope that we can get even more knowledge and let down our walls, because I've built walls over many years, and I think everybody has a set of walls that they put up. So I think it would be wonderful for us to bring those down and be the most vulnerable that we've ever been with each other. That would be my goal. So going back to the part where she says that Ken broke things off with her in prison and then dated someone else for 5 years, and then she went on to marry Ryan. And, she loved Ryan so much. She had Bree and her whole camp of minions saying that she loved Ryan so much and that people needed to quit talking about that relationship because she really did love Ryan. But take a listen to this clip right here. So we got this clip from Kyla's page on YouTube. She follows Gypsy. I don't agree with that. Hubby doesn't agree with that. Y'all know we don't agree with that. You can still see her content if you want to, but you don't have to follow her. But, she follows her. That's fine. She still makes great videos. So if y'all want to go check her out, y'all can. If y'all don't already. But take a look at this clip right here.
He's like, just being the phone shop girl. He's like, the way you act as if I had an affair or I cheated on you. And I'm like, I know that we were broken up. Okay, logically, I know we were broken up. But my heart did not. For you, the relationship ended. For me, it didn't. Right. And so for me, having to know that you're with someone else and my heart is still with you. And yes, I moved on to marry Ryan, but my heart still stayed with Ken. So I'm like, the way you have to be sensitive about it is that's a hurt that is so deep. And so when I find a greeting card of her telling you y'all schnoogly booglies and, yes, that's their term, schnoogly booglies. And then, you need to process all of that. And I'm like, I'm having to find all this stuff, and then whenever he was asleep and his phone was right there, I had grabbed his phone and I was looking at something, and the moment I opened it up, it's a picture of him and her.
And y'all, she goes on to explain that Ken said he had those pictures of his ex-girlfriend up to compare how he hugged Gypsy, like with the side hug pictures. Y'all see of every picture of them, he's giving her like a side hug, like Gypsy's his friend, his buddy or something, versus the pictures he took with his ex-girlfriend, which were topless pictures and stuff like that. And Ken says that he wanted to look and see if he hugged her, his ex-girlfriend, the same way by putting his arm around her like he does with Gypsy. And Gypsy says that Ken told her, yeah, I hugged her the same way. So I was just wanting to look at that because of the quote haters. So, and then Gypsy says, so, okay, so you know now that you hug us the same way, so why do you still have her pictures up? And Ken doesn't have a reason for it. Or at least Gypsy doesn't tell us that Ken has a reason for it. Other than wanting to look at his ex-girlfriend because he's probably reminiscing on what he missed out on. But Gypsy, why are you having to look at his phone while he's asleep? That's a huge red flag. Huge, huge, huge. You shouldn't have to look at your partner or your husband or anything like that's phone while they're asleep or out of the room or whatever. You shouldn't be sneaking and looking at each other's phones. You shouldn't have to. There should be that trust level there. Like, hubby and I could pick up each other's phone anytime we want to. We don't. But, I mean, we could if we wanted to. But, I mean, there's just a trust level there. Why would you need to wait until they're out of the room or asleep? Y'all get what I'm saying? And then for her to literally say that when she was talking to Ken, for you the relationship ended, but for me it didn't. My heart always stayed with you. Then why did you marry Ryan? Seriously, why? So you could use him and manipulate him for a place to stay when you got paroled, right? That's exactly what it was. We all know it, Gypsy. And you just told on yourself, so thank you for that. Make sure to leave y'all's thoughts and opinions on all of this in the comment section down below. We really didn't know how to title this video because we kind of touched on several different things, or I did. But this is from the FOIAs, but this is just a small section of it. We're going to be doing videos on a lot of this. There's over 400 pages of it. And hubby and I are nowhere near reading through and combing through all of them. But this is Gypsy acting in her character, Demona. Remember, the one who said she could kill, just not her mom or Nick. And she was saying that, Demona was saying that to Nick's character, Victor. Which was just another way of, it was just her ploy of manipulating Nick even more into unaliving Dee Dee. But Gypsy, acting as Demona, says, yes, my master, it was 2010 and 2011. I had just surfaced inside Gypsy when I started playing games with guys. I used Gypsy's fingers to make the text and take the pics. The men asked me to send them, I think this is supposed to be nudes, but this is, the court had to type this up literally the way, like Gypsy wrote it. Like, this is Gypsy's handwriting exactly, and we all know she doesn't know how to spell very well, and she doesn't use punctuation very well. The men asked me to send them nudes, so I took my top off, took the pic, and sent it. And then, like, it's supposed to be like a teary-eyed emoji. I had fun teasing them, saying I'd have sex with them, but I never went through with my words, only the text and pics. I sent them to 4 guys, but Gypsy's mom found out and threatened the men that threatened the men that if they ever came close to me again, she'd put them in jail because Gypsy was underage and they were like 35 to 50. I was stupid, Master. I was testing my limits of my sexuality, I think is what she was trying to say. And I was getting male attention like I wanted. I told you I was untamed before I met you. Then you tamed me, and I've been loyal to you ever since. So Gypsy admits right here that she was untamed before meeting Nick, and then Nick tamed her, or Victor tamed her. And the paragraph right below it says, in addition, the state adduced evidence, which means the state showed evidence, that Nicholas threatened to unalive himself on June 2nd, 2015, close in time to the date of the offense. Trial counsel failed to present evidence that Gypsy made threats to unalive herself multiple times as early as May 2013. This would have suggested to the jury that Nicholas was not the manipulator, as the state argued he was, but the manipulated who mimicked what he learned from Gypsy online. Instead, the jury never heard or saw this information. Why was that? Why was Nicholas treated so unfairly, y'all, in his trial? This is so not right. Like, he had completely incompetent attorneys. This is unacceptable. Anyway, sorry, y'all, that this video ran a little bit long. I didn't mean for it to go that long. But what are y'all's thoughts on all of this? Everything that we covered in this video and the FOIA part, all of it. Like, please let us know y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. Let us know what y'all think about the rings, the whole situation. Well, I mean, y'all mainly let us know what y'all thought about the rings, but like what y'all think now, seeing that it is a different ring from what Ryan gave her. And it was after she left Ryan. I wasn't very clear on that previous video, but I will link it at the top of the description box of this video for those of you who have not seen it, because it did have a good bit of information in it. But let us know y'all's thoughts and opinions in the comment section down below. We'll be conversating with y'all like always. I hope y'all enjoyed this video. Hubby and I are working on getting back to the book. Y'all, we truly apologize for those of you who only have listened to the book on our channel. We truly apologize that we have not covered that. We're going to get on through the book. There's only a few chapters left. We're going to get on through that so that we can use that in comparison with the show, all of that stuff. And we're going to be doing an episode 3 recap and hopefully have that posted tomorrow, as well as some other videos we've been working on. So if you're not already, please make sure you subscribe, like, share, hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any of our videos or posts, so that you don't miss the links to each episode each week and the lives that Gypsy does each week, all of that. And we would greatly appreciate it. Share all the things. We would greatly appreciate it so very much. And we hope y'all have a good night and God bless. Bye.